Good morning, everyone. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Home Workouts. This is going to be 1001. What we're doing today is focused on a skill. It's going to be a Tabata, sit-ups, uh, and just going through a couple movements with it. Um, we're, we're going through 2 rounds, Tabata, sit-ups, rest 1 minute, then going into superhumans, supermen in a lot of our worlds, but superhumans, back extensions. The reason why we're going to warm up, we're going to get the core firing. We're also going to get the back engaged, so we're working both sides of the body. And then the workout is going to implement sit-ups, squats, and push-ups. So big thing first, we're gonna get warmed up. Let's do some back slaps. Just opening up. I will have a little bit better understanding of what we're doing here shortly. But some trunk twists. All we're trying to do here is get some blood flowing, loosen up with where we're going, knowing that we're going to get the core engaged today. Hands out, reached up and down. I'm going to go from the side and the right as you guys are warming up. Try and keep everything engaged, thinking the glutes, the hamstrings are warming up, going through there. We can do a couple of air squats, stand up, chest up as best as possible, coming through. Do a few more of those, feeling it out. Next thing we're focused on is plank hold, just to get the core engaged and the back. We're using both of them today. Just going into plank, squeezing the glutes, being aware of where you're at, sucking belly button into the spine, staying tight. Once you feel good there, see if you can raise one hand up off the ground. No matter which way, it might be up just straight. You can go out, whichever way you want to go. Going back and forth, just kind of getting different muscle groups firing here. Feeling what's going on. Feel the whole leg activating as you lift up a back leg. Trying your best to stay stabilized through the whole movement. So any rotation is going to put weight on the outside instead of on the muscle groups we're looking for. Back up. You can go opposite. Opposite. Once you're feeling good with that, just kind of open up. Breathe in and out. During this time of being at home more than normal, it's a great place to use for meditation, for going through yoga stretches, getting our stretch on with what we're really trying to do in our day-to-day world. Let's get a couple of mountain climbers after that. So knees come to chest. We keep the front foot off of the ground. You can pick it up or just working on one at a time. Just getting the abs working a little bit here, but also staying engaged with the back and the glutes, ensuring that we're firing. Once you go through that, take a look on groiners. So right foot comes out. Feel it through the groin. Opening up, you can rotate. We are going to do some perfect stretches, but just going back and forth. Give me 10 groiners. Take your time in there, just loosen them up. Just trying to get some blood flow going with those. Once you're done with that, we can go into the perfect stretch. Just give yourself a second or two there. Rotate out. When you're going through the hip, we want to feel the hip actually move. So as we're going through the circle of the knee, think of that coming from the actual hip instead of just circling through the knee. Let's get everything opened up here. On that back leg, you should be feeling through the hip flexor, all the way down the leg, trying to stay as active as possible, chest upright. You can drop it down, put the foot straight, come back, Straighten it out, go forward, straighten it out. One of the things that Coach Bobby likes to remind us, bringing the toe back as we start warming up, but keeping that straight. Activating all the way through the hamstring, calf, back of the knee. Just give yourself a couple of those and switch to the other leg. Again, remembering rotating from the hip joint. And once you're good there, you can go back into extensions, getting that other side warmed up. Again, being in almost a lunge position, pushing the hips back, straighten that leg, bring the toe up to the best of your ability. More advanced athletes have great flexibility. You can bring your head down and reach towards that knee. And feeling good there. Last one, just getting the shoulders open up a little bit. Going through, we're going to do child's pose. So feet out wide, hands come through. I recommend you get a yoga mat for this. As you're going through this, make sure you're taking some deep breaths in, breathing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose. Really feel the thoracic spine open up. Feel it through the groin, taking your time through that. All right, the next step is going through Tabata. There are some great workout tracker apps at home. We use WOD Timer is a great one that we like to use. Going through sit-ups. Ayo. That was a little too loud. Sorry, guys. Going through the points of performance for sit-ups first. As we go down, we are looking for our shoulders to hit the back, the shoulder blades to hit the back, coming up all the way so we have a nice 90-degree perpendicular line to the floor right here. You can utilize your hands as needed, whatever it may be. Find a good number that you can be successful at. If those are difficult, you can do Russian twists, right to left. Just bring the feet off the ground the best of your ability. If not, you can keep the feet there and just working on rotation so we're getting the abs working on those types of movements, okay? On the superhumans, we will be chest on the ground, hands straight up overhead, raising up, squeezing your quads, your glutes, thoracic spine up here should be open up. Bring your shoulders back so you're activating your lats as you're going up and down. Those are more for quality than they are for time. Sit-ups, you're going to go at your pace, find a good measurement of success. But on the supermen, the superhumans, let's make sure that we're coming up and down consistently. So I'm going to get it started here. I'll go with you on it. Try to give you some good reminders. We're going to go in sit-ups in 3, 2, 1, go. Find your success on a pace. On Tabata, some of the biggest things that we forget are we just want to go all out, but by round 7 or 8, we're just totally shot. So find a good number. It may be at 3 seconds that you take a break. Take a break, you got 13 seconds of rest instead of the only 10, and then you can get back into it and continue to increase instead of decrease on the rep count. Yoga mat will be important or valuable on this. The other great option is getting an ab mat. They're available online, and they keep the contact great through your posture of the lower back as you're going in and out of these exercises. We're 2 rounds in. Should just start to feel warmed up. Continue moving through. Find your rest points so you can keep the consistency of where you're going at this. If you're more advanced and want to add anything for weight, you're more than welcome to do so. You can add a backpack. If you have a dumbbell or kettlebell at home, you can put it on your chest to hold it. If you have something you want to put overhead, like a backpack or something like that, just add some ingredients that you have at home that may weigh a little bit more and push that so you can have a little bit extra weight. Halfway done, feeling good, starting to get the blood flow through the core, staying aware of what this is all about, just getting blood flow going. I'm feeling good, so I'm going to try to push it a little bit more than what I have in the first couple rounds and have some success with where we're at. The other option, you can do a butterfly for the sit up instead of just being always up in the knee right here. You can open up and just give you a little bit more room to move. And if you're more advanced, I like to push off once I get up to the top. Getting close on that one. Got to keep pushing. Coming up in the last set. All right. That might have been 9, but we're taking a break now for 1 minute. Yeah, I didn't exercise. Maybe that's why I was getting tired. So I'm sorry about that. If you've been taking a break, heck yes, we're going to do an extra 1 on the sit-ups, but we'll go right back into Superman. I'm going to try to look and see if there's any questions right now. I see you, Bobby. Okay. 10 seconds and we're getting started on superhumans. So chest up, extending, squeezing glutes, thoracic span. Coming up. It's all the control movement, trying to stay active through the lats. Pull that back, straight legs. This one gets me really good, so I take a rest as needed. Making sure you're squeezing your glutes and just not looking like a flopping fish out of water. Be in control, really work on the muscle engagement here. If you feel pinching in your lower back, be patient on it, on just not going as high. I'm just worried about like squeezing and activating just ever so slightly, keeping the butt tight and lightly raising off of the ground, and see if that's a place that you can go that gives you the alleviation of the lower back. We do not want to see you in any discomfort through this. I get through 10, I'm going to take a break. Even though I had 5-6 seconds to go, I know that they will get more and more difficult. And I know that I'm engaging and feeling it. So take your time on it. Stay active. Again, lats, the backside of the shoulder, squeezing the glutes, which is the butt, all the way through. You should feel your quads, which is the front of your leg. Activating all the way through, even through your calf into your toes, being cognizant of that. In between the break, if you feel good and want to stretch out a little bit, go for it. Go into Cobra, wherever it is that's best for you. Four more. You should start to feel your glutes firing here. It should be pretty intense. We've got one more round. Stay with it. Stay strong in this last set. I'm going to go all the way through. Great work, everybody. You're through the skill. Skill being Tabata, 8 rounds, which is 4 minutes of work of sit-ups, 1 minute of rest. We did an extra round. Yes, great job. And then superhumans, we did 8 rounds of that, which is 4 minutes, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Finding a workout timer is going to be a great success for you so you can follow those types of movements. Hopefully the beep helped for you to stay focused on this video. The next part we're going through are the 3 movements. We already worked on sit-ups. Getting a lot of sit-ups done today. Push-ups. We opened up with the superhumans. We extended and really focused on opening up. Now it's how do you stay engaged and keep a nice straight line. Shoulder, hip, ankle in a good line. We're going to go through scaling options on that to ensure that everybody has the ability to do those. 30 squats. So the workout's 5 rounds for RX, for advanced athletes. 4 rounds for level 3, so an intermediate athlete that moves really well but may just get tired or go beyond. We want the time domains to be very similar. And then level 2 is 3 rounds. Going through this, that's going to be 60 push-ups, 90 air squats, and 120 sit-ups. So being patient with what you got going there and building from that. So push-ups, air squats, sit-ups. Push-ups, first things for RX athletes and more advanced athletes, we want to keep our core hollow body tight. So sucking belly button in the spine, belly squeezed in, glutes are engaged and tight, locking out at the top, squeeze, chest hits the ground. For RX, we don't want to see the thighs touch, and we want to keep those active. Squeezing glutes, sucking belly button in, chest hits the ground every single time. For level 3, we're all right with the thighs touching the ground, but we still want to see a nice strong plank coming up and down. So coming down, thighs now, I can't get my hands in there, but I still have a very solid plank. Level 2, starting on those toes, coming down, working on that eccentric. We can break that back a little bit and then raise the hips up. All right? And level 1, you can put a little yoga mat or ab mat down in front of you so you don't have to go to full range of motion, but you're still finding an object to touch. So a pillow could help at home. And then once you go, you still go so you're on your knees. The best goal here is that when we are in level 1 and level 2, we're still squeezing our butt, but we're going through and just going to the knees and then locking out. Back down, dropping, stay in the plank, straight up, back down, drop, coming up so that we're always working on that core engagement, glute engagement, and taking the strain away by the extra couple feet or foot or two for some of us on the foot to the knee. On the air squats, we're really looking for that posture. So looking forward or sideways, let's say, just for that, I'd love to see that my hands can stay straight up like this when I go through a squat. I'm still constantly working on this. So as you can see, sometimes this is what we see. If that chest is coming forward, we may have some issues in our calves, hamstrings. It can be all through the posterior chain. It's a lot of that. We're really trying to engage the glutes as we go through here. Quads are going to keep us balanced on that. But the chest up, coming up and down. When you're looking forward, what we're looking for is our shoulder width apart with our feet. So being too close together makes it very difficult to squat. And really wide really puts a lot of engagement in the adductors and places that are doable, but range of motion is usually going to be the issue there. So pushing the knees out over the toes, trying to stay focused on keeping them in a solid position, but activating the glutes. So torquing through the ground, make your feet really lock in. Don't have to move them, but lock them into your shoes so they're stabilized, coming down, working for that depth and standing back up. Sit-ups we already went through. The workout of the day is 5 rounds for RX or advanced athletes, 4 rounds for level 3 athletes, 3 rounds for level 2 athletes and level 1 athletes, 20 push-ups, 30 air squats, 40 sit-ups. I would like to see this in some place from the 5-minute to 8-minute range. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me and go through it. I'm going to go through and try to get a few rounds in here to give you guys some ideas and some reminders as we're going through it. All right? So set your clock up. This time it's going to be a clock that's set just for time. We're going to get started in 5 seconds, so find your spots. 5 seconds. We're starting with 20 push-ups. For RX, keeping those thighs off the ground. I could probably do 20 unbroken in this first set, but the reality is in around 3, 4, and 5, I won't. So finding your success early on the movements that are going to be most difficult. Jump right up in those air squats. Pushing those knees out, trying to stay in the heels, whole foot. Halfway, I'm going to shake it out just because I want to make sure I can keep the pace. Going right into sit-ups. I would prefer a yoga mat in this, or an ab mat. Round one at a pretty good place. It was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So being aware of that, my 5 to 7 minutes is way off. That was a quick under the bright lights of the screen that I made a mistake on that. So continue going through this movement. It should be something that's probably closer to a 15-minute workout. Keep moving. And after the workout, there is a yoga video that we will add in. Encourage you to stick around for 15 to 20 more minutes and get some stretch on. We hope you enjoy these videos and look forward to seeing you again. I'm Paul Osted, Nela Athletics in Los Angeles, California. Hope to see you all soon.